Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated. I'm so excited today. I've got comedian Jiaoying Summers with me. Welcome,
Hi.
Jiaoying.
Hi. Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to have you on the show. And I know that you're familiar with the accent. So how bad did I butcher your name?
You did it very well. It's the best thing West Virginia can ever do for China is pronounce Jiaoying. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I've been practicing.
Very impressive.
Yeah. I think it's a very Hollywood name. That sounds like, that's something you would see in Lights.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So I was so excited to have you on the show. Big fan of yours. I think you're just absolutely hilarious. At times, it's like I'm watching and it's a little uncomfortable, because you get into some pretty rough subjects and you can be very bold with what you're saying, but hilarious. All the time, it's hilarious.
Thank you so much. I try to be very opinionated because that's very important.
I know you'll fit right in with this show.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I always like to start this way. Tell me a little bit about what made you want to get into comedy and how you went about that.
So I actually, I think from when I was very young, I was hanging out with my cousin. She has this little video store, which was really like in the early 90s. There's all of the Hollywood movies that she's renting out to people. I just sit and watch. And being a girl in China, especially with dark skin in East Asia, is really hard. And I was not beautiful. I was not attractive by society standard. And then I see the movie. I see Halle Berry in a movie, and she is the most beautiful thing in the movie. And she's dark. And what's wrong with me? What's wrong with China? I just started thinking maybe the world don't see it that way. Maybe it's just my surroundings, and I want to go out to the world and see what it's like when people are not like having their opinion and forced on you. So I decided to go to America. I also love acting, of course. And I started with acting. I started business in school in Kentucky because I had to make money because I can't be a starving artist. I'm hungry. Like I have to eat good food. I can't go to Panda Express and cry in my Prius. I can't do that. I don't care whatever it takes for me to get money. I need to live comfortably, then I can do art. I can't do art when I'm begging people for approval. I feel like it really compromises with me as an artist. I want to do it the way I want it. You take or leave it. I don't want to beg for approval. And that's very constant with acting, is that you don't have any power over your career. It all depends on the audition you are getting and how the room likes you. And even though you are so good, so lucky you have a callback, they always end up with somebody who never auditioned to, who has a name, who said yes. So it's being an actor in Hollywood is really hard because you really have no control over your career. You do, but not too much. And but the likelihood of succeeding as a comedian and as an actor is very similar, very unlikely for people to succeed. Only the most talented, the luckiest, the one who never give up, they happen to succeed. But for my personal, I felt that the rejection I got from Hollywood as an actress came a lot from something I cannot change, which is my accent. My accent is not getting me the jobs, not my acting or how I look.
Because that's probably what's been holding me back is my accent.
Well, your accent's good. You can get a lot with your accent. Yeah, it's ridiculous. People don't write a role for a foreigner, even though they do write a role for somebody who's fresh off the boat, and they think my accent is too fresh off the boat. They want a girl who was born in America, who's Asian, who has a white accent, to put on a fake Asian accent to be fresh off the boat. And it's been I realized that's something I cannot change. I can't change my accent. I don't have a musical ear. I came here when I was 18. I speak 2 languages. I'm doing the best I can. I can be a better actor. And I remember I auditioned for the TV series called Rebel, which is John Singleton's TV series. There's a black girl. She's a cop, policewoman. It's about her and her sidekick, which is an Asian girl who they are from San Francisco in, I think, Oakwood, from the ghetto. So this Asian girl, her name is Karma. She's a Chinese American girl, like has tattoo, very cool. I auditioned for it, and I never, like, I saw it, I did it very well. I forgot some lines, and I made some improv, and I just did some stand-up jokes. I didn't know what I was doing. So John Singleton was like, "Oh my God, you are so funny. Do you do stand-up?" I said, "What is stand-up?" "I'm standing up." Like, what are you talking about? "I'm doing stand-up right now." "Oh, I'm not the Chinese from Vegas, the circus. Like, I don't do the thing, but I stand up." He's like, no, it's like stand up. Then he ran over to me, showing me a clip of Ali Wong doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's cool." Like, "Oh, you can do this. I'm better." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm getting the job." I'm like, "Am I booked on the job?" He's like, "No, I can't cast you as this role because you don't sounds like you're from Oakwood. You don't have the accent for Karma. You are not gonna be convincing. I'm not gonna change my script for you. But you should do stand-up. You should try stand-up, go to open." But he ended up asking for my number. I'm like, "Oh my God, he's gonna hit on me." And he never hit on me. He just called me a week later, "Hey." And I'm like, "What?" I said, "Who is this?" He's like, "Oh, John Singleton. I'm asking, did you go to an open mic?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You should." I'm like, I was thinking, like, you didn't even book me for the role. Like, I don't have time for you. Like, fuck you. I was just like really bitter. You know, when you are bitter, you don't really think.
That's right.
I was just bitter. I'm like, what? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. And then like he texted me again. He's like, "Do you want to have coffee with me and talk about you doing stand-up comedy? Because I think you're really talented. Did you write the routine you were doing in the audition?" I'm like, "No, I forgot the line. I just spent 1 minute saying things." He's like, "That was hilarious, spontaneous, and it was good." I said, "My accent can't even get me acting jobs and callbacks. There's no way I can do what Ali Wong is, doing one person stand up on stage. There's no way I can do it. I don't have it in me." He said, "You do. You have it in you." I'm like, he's not trying to fuck me, you know. He just which is very weird because you know, people ask your number and don't book you, you know, you're like, "Oh." But he was just really classy. And then we went to have lunch. And then he had a yacht on Marina Del Rey. So we sit on the yacht and he was showing me the clip. He's like, "I think you have to really jump into stand up. Listen to me." I'm like, "No, I want to be an actress." And I'm like, listen. You are going to blow up as a stand up comedian because you are good at it. And you keep auditioning, you are never going to get a call back. And it's going to be wasting your time. It's not your problem. It's the script. You don't have a lot of role written for somebody who's foreigner. Therefore, you won't be convincing to be the girl who is born here, but it's not that you are a bad actress. But if you make it as a comedian, the studios will give you jobs, give you roles, have things written for you because you became you. But you have to invest in yourself. You have a test. It's gonna take you shorter to make it as a stand-up comedian. Everything you want, movie, TV, stand-up, but it's gonna take you longer, very long, or never happen. Keep doing the auditioning things for things that it wasn't written for you. And I'm like, okay. So I went to a open mic. I bombed the shit out of open mic. It was bad. So I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I remember like we didn't see each other for a while and he kept asking me like almost like a year. He's like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm married with kids. Like I'm not doing stand up at this point. Like I'm good." Then he's like, "But you are very good. You send me the open mic stuff." I'm like, "What? That was bad." He's like, "No, you're good. You have to invest in your time in this. There's no other way." So I just like, you know what? Because there's that stage of my life, people who start acting with me, some they just quit, become a waiter, some just got married, having kids, doing nothing, some blow up, become a star, and I'm not doing anything. I'm like, you know what? If John Singleton is like constantly trying to force me to do stand up, like he didn't even want to fuck me. He's like not trying to get coaching you and like can hang out. And he's not even. He's like, I'm just like I can see things. Like I can see you have this. you are gonna do this. I can see it, and I'm always right about talent. You have to do it. If you fail, forget about it. You did it, but you won't fail. Trust me, if you really invest. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna do this. So I went back to the open mic. I was breastfeeding, so I went up because I was so nervous. I took what did I drink? I drank some Moscow Mule. I went on stage. I just don't know what happened. And I was walking out. I remember people were saying, somebody should not be doing comedy. So I walked to my car. My breast milk was full, but I had to pump it because the kids can't drink the one with the vodka. That's white Russian. That's white Russian. I can drink my own breast milk. That's white Russian. So I pump the milk and cry. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm so bad at it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this 10 hours a day until I'm good. Then I realized that you are a fucking open micer. Nobody is going to book you on a show. So I'm like, I'm going to buy my own club so I can be on stage every single hour. I'll host a fucking open mic. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to write the jokes and do it until I'm good. And that's what I did. That was from the first open mic. After I just went back to it, I just opened my club. I was doing 10 hours a day I host. And I know the 10,000 hours rule, I'm trying to become professional. And the only way to do it is repeating, and keep getting stage, keep doing it. That's what happened. It really worked for me because even during the pandemic on March, we are all closed down. I was on stage 10 hours a day. Then I have no stage time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk to the camera of my jokes. And that's how I blew up on TikTok. I got 1 million followers in a very short amount of time. And it helps me so much. People always think, oh, social media and your stand out is not going to connect. It's actually, for me, I think it saved my time to find out who I am as a comedian. What is my true voice? Because I work very hard. During the pandemic, I would post at least 3 or 4 jokes per day. It's me talking to the camera about a joke or what I think. And one would go viral. If that one is 1 million views, that's the only joke I would develop. Instead of from 30 seconds into a 5-minute bits, because they always work. Because I don't have to go to 20 open mic to see those drunk people who is texting if they are laughing. I have 1 million people watching it. I know that's materials that matters. So I always would write my materials and I work it on TikTok. And the viral ones is the one I'm going to be working on into my stand-up routine, because I know those are the things people give a fuck or they care. So that's why my materials is strong for somebody who's new. It's because I think I benefit a lot from social media, and I don't really do things that's stupid. I just tell jokes. I know some are not gonna work, some are gonna work, but I think doing it on TikTok and open mic and shows. I'm on 10 shows a week. That's how much I work. Even now, I do that because I feel like if I'm doing less than 10 shows a week, I can feel me become a little snobby with because I feel like I'm really in the zone. I want to be staying in the zone. I don't want it to get comfortable. At some point, after I pass the Laugh Factory and I meet all the great people, I have my monthly show, headlining show at the Improv. I feel like sometimes people just they know me a little bit now in LA, and I felt that I'm a little bit comfortable. So I said I should go to New York. People don't know who the fuck I am. They just think I'm Mei from Panda Express, and they were like, "Oh my god, bitch has an accent. She's doing comedy. Oh my god, somebody just push her to the subway." Somewhere people don't know who I am and they don't like me. I own clubs. They are not big, but I can put people up. Sometimes they are nicer to me than if I didn't have the power. I want to go to a place that I'm still not very well known, but I went to New York and my material worked, and I was challenged for sure. But when I got back, it really made me a better comedian. I got more confidence. I've seen more comics and the different venue and the different scenery. It helped me grow. And I headlined Caroline's. First time I went there, I barely hustled the 5-minute spot at Caroline's. And then they loved me and I killed. So they gave me my own night, my headlining night at Caroline's. And it was amazing. I did really good. And I think I'm gonna get back to New York Comedy Festival in November to New York. So I feel like I like to constantly pushing the boundary. I don't want to feel comfortable because I want to be the person who is always the underdog in the room. That means you are moving up. If you are just like the king, the queen in the room, it means you are not going anywhere, motherfucker.
That's right. Yeah, that's a ton of stuff to unpack there. But what a great story! That's amazing. So did you go back? Let's start here. Did you go back and like take John out to a nice dinner or something for his belief in you? I mean, he stuck with it till you did it.
He did, and I tried to, and he said yes. Let's have lunch on Tuesday, and he died running on the beach in Florida from this weird tourism at age 52.
Yeah, I'd heard that, but yeah, I was hoping that that you had got to do that before that had happened. That's awful, but what a great gift from him.
It was.
He believes in you.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to sleep with me. He just literally told me that you are gonna be so good at that, and in 3 years, I would direct and produce your 1 hour special. I'm like, 1 hour? He's like, you can have it if you work hard. I said, oh, I work hard. He's like, yeah, do it. Yeah, that's so amazing. I'm always gonna be good. And then I really want to cry. I have an Instagram post. I post for John Singleton is when I drove to Laugh Factory on Hollywood on Sunset. I saw Ali Wong's new special coming out. She's on the marquee, and I'm on the marquee. We are next to each other. There's two big thing of two Asian women on the marquee, and she was the clip that John walked to me, their room showing me, no, standing up, you are doing but this. And if he saw it, I thought he would be very proud that I made it happen in less than 2 years.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy how far you've come so quickly. I love the Laugh Factory. That's a fun night. Whoever's there, it's always fun to go to the Laugh Factory. I always, when I'm out in LA, I love going there. It's just if you've never been, that's definitely should be somewhere that you try if you go to LA. And on Tuesdays is a scene because Tuesday is the audition mic. So at 12 noon, we have people camp outside, waiting in a line, wait until like it's 5 p.m. We sit there in 4 or 5 hours to secure the top 10 spots. That's a guaranteed spot. You can go up and do 2 minutes, clean material. Wow. And then there's 2 or 3 spots that's a lottery spots. So if you wanted to audition for the Laugh Factory, you're gonna take your folding chair or your tent, sitting next to the crazy and homeless, and for 5 hours. And if you're not murdered yet, you can go up there and bomb, and then no, you fucking suck. Because when you go there, nobody laugh at you. You are funny, you're like, when you're not funny, like, ah. So it's a lose-lose. You have to have the thick skin and to go back and do it. I did it. When I started to do comedy, I took my fucking Amazon folding chair with my green juice. I sat there with my hat and my sunglasses because I don't want to be recognized by my rich friend driving down the hills, sitting next to the guy who talked to his feet. Somebody wants this guy, he's like, you can pay me to stand here for you. It's crazy. I did this every Tuesday. I took my folding chair and I went up there and I did do the best I can. Sometimes I kill, sometimes I don't. I never ever get a call back. The process is you get a call back for a booked spot at open mic for 3 minutes. Then you get another one if you kill 5 minutes. Then you get another one if you constantly killing and they put you on a show. So I never get the call back for a year, but I keep doing it. So people are like, you are so lucky. I'm like, no, I'm not lucky. I'm the bitch with a folding chair. You guys are too good to be in a line. I stood there for 5 hours reading a book, waiting for, I did that. That's when Winnie Cummings, like, oh my God, Winnie Cummings is like so lucky. She's like, I was sitting on the curb of Sunset, waiting at the fucking potluck at the comedy store for years and years and years and years. Nobody give a fuck. Until you make some move, you just think you're so lucky. I wasn't lucky. I don't think I was lucky. I was willing to work the hour, 10 hours open mic daily on my social media so I can sell tickets. I was also willing,
I have million followers. It doesn't matter to the love factor. Don't give a fuck. They want to see you really want it. They want to see you want it so much. You're gonna be staying in line for 5 hours and auditioning. And after 5 hours sitting in line with crazy, you have to deliver without any. It's clean set, and they end up picking somebody. Maybe you're a girl. They had all girls. They want a guy. If you're a guy, you clearly want a black guy. If you're a black guy, you clearly want a black woman. Like there's a spot they will want to call back because they want that kind of talent they don't have right now. And sometimes it's just really not personal. But I keep going back, and I did. And when I auditioned for the search of the funniest female comic, they saw my tape. Like, oh, there's something in there. She's funny. And then I got this audition. I remember I had 6 minutes. It was like unheard of. And it was on a real show on Wednesday night. I went there. I had 2 IPAs, and I fucking murdered. I remember like the manager, I was walking out, he was walking out, he's like, do you want a spot on Thursday? I said, there's no open mic on Thursday. He said, it's a show. You are gonna be on the show. Then I did well, and then I got past Laugh Factory a few weeks later. So it's a process. And when I was on stage, I'm so familiar with the stage of my dream. I just went up there. I was just like, I'm not gonna get this. Fuck this. I'm just gonna go here and just do my thing, enjoy my life and do my thing. And that's the set that in my career I had in my style now is that I just go there. I don't apologize because you don't like me or like me. I don't really give a fuck. I come here to entertain. And then one of the joke from that clip exceeded 10.5 million views. One little joke.
Wow.
It's on Instagram. I think it's the most viewed stand-up clip on Instagram. It's 10.5 million.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's crazy.
Winston, you can't be here.
I was going to say, well, who you got? You got a fan right there with you.
Winston, come here. Okay, this is my dog Panda.
Oh, how cute. Yeah, he's adorable.
会让我们把孩子抱走。我现在在这个录电视。Okay, sorry. Winston came in my office.
Well, of course.
Winston, get out.
You want to see mom?
It's really hard.
Oh, I know.
Some people who have like a lot of followers, they think they are too good to stand in a line and audition.
Yeah. They think a lot of people, I think, believe that it's very easy, and it's not. Like I would never have the patience to just sit and wait for a chance that's really not a chance. You got to just keep doing it over and over and over again, which you totally did, but that's so rare.
I want it so much, I think. I just, when I want something so much, I'm willing to do everything I can. My mom is here. 妈，赶紧把它敲走上，等下就录视频，这样它噪音。我是。
I know. Everybody wants on.
And okay.
It's all falling apart.
Yes, Winston was removed.
That's hilarious. That's so hilarious. So okay. So going back to acting, I mean, did you ever consider, trying to do acting in China? Because you wouldn't have the accent trouble, or was it because of their, what they were looking for? You thought you might do better over here.
I did. I tried acting after I'm not divorced, but I was married 5 years ago. I moved back to China, and I was doing acting in China. I booked this feature film as a lead. And first of all, they wanted to bleach my skin.
Wow.
And there's an IV treatment that you can get this kind of a chemical. It reduces the melanin.
Yeah.
So you look lighter. So they said that your skin is too dark to play the lead role. You will be the girl who got dumped, but you are the lead role because you're the girl who went to America, speak English, so I would be perfect to be the lead girl because she actually went to America. She speaks perfect English, so they can't have a Chinese girl in China, a Chinese actress to play that role. I was perfect for it, but they want me to use the IV treatment to bleach my skin. I mean, it was just like a very bizarre because I came to America and I realized.
Well, you said no, though, right?
I said no. So they were very unhappy about it. So they powdered me so lightly. So like they have to put a lot of powder on my face, my neck. If I'm wearing a dress, it's like on my body. Like they literally spending hours of production time.
Wow.
My skin.
Yeah, it's
and
terrible.
They were angry at me for not taking the treatment. I just like they're like. So it was if I never went to America, I wouldn't say no. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I'll do that. But now I literally I love my skin now. I know that's crazy to say for a Chinese girl who was born in China to look at me like you are too dark. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm good. Like, honey, I'm good. I'm the Asian Beyonce motherfucker. Like, I am good. If you want to fuck this, you're whiter than me, good for you. I don't make fun of you being white, do I? Don't make fun of me being darker than you. Like, huh? So I'm good now. And that's not okay. So I was like, no. And then it just got really difficult. They were trying to frame my hair like this. I'm like, it's like when I'm talking, I want my eyes to be like, I want like my camera, like I want my eyes to show my emotion, but my hair is covering. Then it's like, your face is too big for the screen. So, but you refuse to do surgery. So we had to cover it up with hair. I'm like, I don't like this thing. Like, no, you are gonna just talk. We're gonna have a voiceover for you. If you don't like, you don't forget, you don't remember things. It's like if you don't want to say it out loud, if you are tired. I'm like, okay. Then we have this girl. There's a sex thing. I have a body double, and then she was supposed to be naked, and like me opening my shirt, and then cut to her naked, and the director is like, why don't you open a little bit? We'll cut it. I'm like, no. He's like, I tell you what to do. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. My mama got in an argument with him. She just trashed the set and we left because he was like grabbing my hair, being like, do you know how lucky you are to be the lead of this movie? Are you fucking blind? Like, you're so dark. Like, you can't even be in a movie. Like, fuck you. My mom just like, she literally just like, we got out. I'm done. And then they just, that was me trying to act in China.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd have got out of there too. Good for you.
I don't know what to say. I'm not like, I can't even talk. I can't even do my lines. What I'm doing.
I mean, yeah. Why in the world would they even bring you in if they weren't going to let you do anything?
They said I can do the part because they can't do the voiceover for it. Yeah, I refuse to do the treatment. I can't do the IV treatment. I'm like, no. But it's gonna help you too. You know, after that you can be whiter for 6 months. I said, I don't want to be whiter. They're like, what's wrong with you? Are you stupid? I'm like, I think my skin color is hot. I really think so. They're like, you can't say that about yourself. You are very arrogant. I'm like, I just not arrogant. I just refuse to believe because my skin's darker than yours, and you are prettier and better than me. Look at him. I think he want to fuck me instead of you, honey. I'm sorry, because like they are trying to convince me. I went back to China because of this disaster. People just like, what's wrong with her? She must be like weird for them to see a woman who's so comfortable of being darker. Because in China, like if you are dark, you are gonna thank God for whoever give you any product to become lighter. Because when I was 14 years old, I wrote a long love letter to this like a middle school boy I love. I'm so obsessed with him. He wrote me back. He's like, you are actually not ugly for a girl who's dark, but I can't date you. Like, I'm popular. I'm gonna end up with a girl who's lighter and pretty. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Terrible.
I was done with Asian men after that in China. Like even like Asian men in America, they got affected by those people in China who, because the Asian men in America, they don't care. They love all skin color, But I was so traumatized. I didn't even want to date Asian men because I think they're gonna think I'm ugly. And when I was in Kentucky, it's a life-changing moment. I was a math tutor for at school, and we have some students that are from the Kentucky basketball team. Those people are famous. I didn't know they are famous. I just saw, I didn't, because I'm not, I don't watch basketball. I wasn't popular. I have no friends. I was wearing big glasses. I think I'm ugly. I knew it. And I'm not gonna, I know it. That's why I was quiet. I don't want to talk or cause trouble, So this guy came, and he could be one of the big stars because I think he was picked for NBA. And he just like, hey, thank you so much for helping with the homework. It was in a massive tutor lab. Like, we are actually gonna celebrate the win, and we would like to introduce you and invite you to our party if you have time. I was just sitting there because there's another girl, my other friend from China. She's skinny, tall, and white and pale, and she's a pretty girl. She's hot. She's like really hot for Eastern Chinese girl in Eastern China standard, Eastern Asia standard. So I was just like not even looking at the guy. I'm like, he's not talking to me. She's like, yeah, sure, that's my number. He's like, I'm actually talking to her. She was like, wait a minute, what? I wasn't even listening because I'm like, when a hot guy talk to a girl, it'll be her. I'm sorry, my son. He just wanted to come in.
Sorry. That's awesome. How old is he?
So he just, she's like, what? You're asking her number? He's like, yeah. Then I was like, me? So he's like, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry, let me help you. She's not hot in China. She's too dark. Like, I am the hot one. Like, I'm the girl. I'm the popular girl. I didn't even say anything because I was so abused my whole life for being darker.
Right.
I just thought she's right. She's the pretty one because my whole life I can't wear pink. My sister's pale. She can wear anything. So he's like, what did you say? She's not hot because she's darker than you? Bitch, you're just jealous. She's prettier than you, period. I'm like, that's my number. I end up taking her to the party, of course. But that was a game-changing moment of my fucking life.
Yeah, of course.
Seeing the laugh on his face, this Chinese girl telling the black guy that this other Chinese girl is too dark to be hot, it is beyond me. It proves that how poisoned we are by the standard of our society. Even the girl who's pale skin, she thinks she is just better than me, just prettier. It doesn't matter her face. She's whiter than me. She knew she's prettier than me because she has no lips. Like she's not like sexy. But because she's pale, she knows she's better than me. And I know that too. And the black guy over there, he's like, bitch, you're just jealous. She's hot. I just took my glasses and I'm like, I'm going to the party. I'm gonna become popular. And then I'm like, I'm not wearing glasses anymore. I'm done. So that was the moment that I realized that I was right about the rest of the world and America. That whatever was told to me is just the opinion that should be removed from people.
Yeah, well, absolutely, it should. And you would think at some point, as a society, we would get to the point where the color of your skin wouldn't matter, but it still does. I mean, it just depends on where you're at. It matters to different degrees, but all of it's bad. It shouldn't matter.
Totally.
Yeah. So have you, since you got 1 million followers on TikTok, has that helped you with your acting career? Now are you starting to get roles? Has that made a difference?
It definitely helped with my stand-up career because I can sell tickets. I sold out college and I can sell because my fans, they love me for my stand-up, not from me showing my boobs or like saying weird things, getting this weird viral stuff. Mine is jokes. I am a true stand.
They're funny too.
Thank you. If I do weird things, I can have more followers on TikTok. But TikTok don't like serious shit. They don't like things that's smart. They like dumb.
Right. I know.
Dumb shit.
Yeah.
You can't say anything on TikTok. Nothing. I was canceled at 1 million followers because of my one-child policy joke. Me talking about me surviving the one-child policy because I was a girl in the 90s that I was almost taken to the dumpster. And that was a joke. I feel like that's a big joke for me because that's me talking about my...
Yeah, it's a true story.
And be able to talk about it, make fun of it, make it funny. It's something I cherish. And I was canceled from the platform. And I was thinking, wow, is this happening to me? I became an American in America, talking about me surviving the one-child policy. I'm getting canceled in America as American by a Chinese company.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awful. Well, so how did you get it back?
So that was the worst time of my life. Is I was going through the divorce. I was moving out from the house. I was also filming my 30-minute special for Peacock TV. So I was under a lot of stress.
I just watched that last night.
It was bad. No, it's good. My producer would punch me on the face. My face was bad.
I didn't think it looked bad.
Crying for 2 weeks. My face are swollen. I'm just like, I mean, I did the best I can. And if I have a new special coming out, it would show my progress. I mean, I'm still going to be always proud to be a part of the comedy invasion. But, as an artist, you never think you are good enough. You always...
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but we do have a little clip of that went viral on Prime Video's IG for like over 2 million views.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah, I watched it last night before bed, and I had trouble getting to sleep because I've been laughing so hard while I was watching. I had trouble settling back down so I could go to sleep.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
So I did see you on Major Crimes.
Mm-hmm.
You had a little role on that. So I've at least seen you do a little bit of acting.
I think acting is, I just got booked on a feature film called Static Code. It's a sci-fi comedy film. I'm filming actually next week.
Nice.
So I think being in the major clubs, comedy clubs, and headlining Carolines, and being seen as a professional comedian, being on a lineup with Tiffany Haddish, Neil Brennan, and Craig Robinson, and it really put me on the map. Even as an actor now. So I think it's start to show the job that I'm booking, and I'm taking major agency meetings to meet with the agent for the next level next week. So things are happening as we talk right now. It's happening right now. And I think if I come back to your show, like Improv, like 6 months, we're gonna just like, oh my God, remember you were just getting this feature film and meeting with a big agency, and look at we're here now, maybe.
Yeah, you have to come back for like a check-in. We gotta see the progress.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back to Kentucky to perform?
I wanted to perform last time. I was scouting for location for film, but I went back there, I would say 6 months ago.
Okay.
8 months ago. And I went back to my old landlord. It's a guy who was a doctor at school, and I was renting. He owned a lot of properties on UK University of Kentucky campus. I remember it just got really hard because my mom was having problems with her business. So I was asking her for money, and I was working like 5 jobs.
Wow.
I couldn't pay rent on time, and I just didn't pay rent. I told him I'm late. He said, "Oh, don't worry, you can pay me later." So I think I owe him like 2 months of rent, which is $600.
Yeah,
that was a lot of money for me back then.
Sure.
But I never I forgot his phone number, and I don't have his. I got busy, and it's been 10 years. I always remember this, and I felt that he's a doctor with all the properties. He's not going to care about a check. But what is better is I go back to Kentucky. I become successful. I sent him a letter when I left. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dr. Tom, I was not able to pay you the rent right now. I'm leaving Kentucky. I'm going to Los Angeles. I'll become an actor. And one day I'll be rich and famous. I'll come back and write you a check. And that's what I said to him. And I came back and I wrote him a check, which is 3 times more money than I own him. And he said, nobody does that. Nobody come back.
That's amazing. What a story.
It was on TikTok. People loved it.
Yeah. I mean, and you're right. Nobody does that.
10 years.
I mean, good for you.
In my heart, I know sending him a check in the mail is not going to mean as much as me walking back and giving
That's right.
Like I have to run. And that's the interest. And also, I'm telling you how much I agree. I'm so grateful for you being able to help me, not making it hard on me when I needed help. And I wanted to come here, make the effort to come to your house and have some tea and tell you what I'm doing. And he's so proud of me. And it was a beautiful moment. And I love Kentucky. People always, I have jokes about Kentucky, but I love Kentucky. Yeah. I love the people. I love the horse. Kentucky is so green, so beautiful. And the Christmas is beautiful too.
Yeah, that's so great. That's terrific. I wanted to ask you, I know we need to wrap up, but I wanted to ask you about hosting the Ukraine nights.
Oh, that was something very, very special to me because I was thinking about the president of Ukraine. You know, he's actually a stand-up comedian, and
that's right.
He's an artist, and he also is very, very brave. I feel like we don't need laughter during the wartime, but we do need laughter because people don't feel like they are taken to this rally when it's a comedy show, and they are laid back. And then I have all like a Ukrainian Russian lineup, and they would do their set, and they will also know the night is gonna go benefit to Ukraine, and it really make me feel like we are doing something to get people involved. It's not just like on the news. They can actually see the comedians, the artists from Ukraine, from Russia, and how their family is suffering, how the Russian people don't want the war. And Americans think Russians are evil. We all think they are evil, but not the people. They don't even know what's going on. They literally they don't even hear the truth. And the Russians who knows what's going on, they are very upset because most of them would have a Ukrainian mom or Ukrainian dad. It's literally not like the hate. They hate each other. You can't hate each other. Russia and Ukraine don't hate each other. It's the politics. And I just wanted to shine some light and raise some money. It goes directly to the relief fund to Operation USA. So I love charity work. I'm the Asia ambassador for Operation USA, which is this charity international relief agency in Los Angeles, founded by Julie Andrews and Richard Walden. I've been working with them since I was very young, and I met so many mentors throughout. I met Julie Andrews, Nicole David, the legendary agent of Julie Andrews.
Wow.
And Roberto Dawson, she's on the board. I make her food during Christmases. Almost all the Christmas, like at least.
That's amazing.
And they inspire me. Seeing them, women like that, they inspire me so much to know that I can go to the next level if my heart, what I'm doing is not just for me, it's what I can do when I have the power to give to other people, to give back.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that so much, and good for you for doing that. You know, you actually are paying it forward a little bit. And I think that's so terrific. Jiaoying, this has been so much fun. I think
I'm sorry, my son hijacked our Zoom.
No, you didn't hijack anything.
My son, Winston.
Oh, Winston. No, Winston, he can come on. I'll interview him just by himself. He's welcome anytime.
I'll tell him.
How old is he?
He's 3, a little bit over 3.
One of my oldest grandchild is just a little over 3.
What? You look so young.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've got. That's what I've been. That's what I was doing for the day. I was watching the grandkids. I've got 4.
You look like you're 40 something. 42.
Oh, see, I'm gonna clip that and show that to my wife. I'm gonna be like, see,
You are over 45.
I'm 52. Oh, I'm playing this clip.
Oh, so like Bill Burr said, I use lotion, not just on my dick, on my face too. That's why I look good, bitch. Like, you have some secret.
Well, thank you for saying so.
You do. Maybe
you know,
Virginia,
as you get older, you need those compliments.
You do. I would never know you have great. You look like 42. 45. You are like you Botox.
Well, you really need to come on the program more often.
Yeah, I'm honest. I don't lie. I'm like a grandson.
Yeah,
like
three grandsons and a granddaughter.
That's a blessing.
Oh, it's such a blessing. So that's I got to watch them for a little bit today. The best. It'll wear you out, as you know, being a mom. It wears you out, but it's a blessing. So much fun.
I'm so lucky. I have my mom helping me full time, and I also have a nanny. I work my ass off to make sure the nanny is there to pay for it. But it's worth it because I can actually do my comedy and my kids are taken care of. And whenever I have time in the daytime, I take them to the zoo to see the peacocks, to everywhere. And they need to spend time with us, and we make them confident. Us make them more confident. He was trying to be quiet, playing his truck over there because he just wants to be in the same room with me.
I know, it's amazing. That means you're doing a good job as a mother.
Yeah,
he just wants to spend time with you.
Yeah,
that's terrific. Well, Jiaoying, we have to do this again.
Yes, we have to check back in.
Yes, we got to check back in. You need to come to West Virginia and do a show.
I want to tour. Let me know what clubs you think are good. So I'll tell my agents to book me on those clubs. Because I want to go to, mid-America. I wanted to connect with true American people.
Yeah, you need to do that.
The town people.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. So a couple of things before we go. Anything else that you're working on that we can keep an eye out for? Yes. So
I'll be touring Florida in July 19th and 20th. In Naples, Florida. Check out my website, jiaoyingsummers.com, for my tour. I tour all over America. I also perform regularly at the Laugh Factory and Improv, and sometimes the comedy store is happening. So make sure if you're in LA, come out to see me. I always talk to my fan after the show and hang out and talk. I'm also always at Long Beach Laugh Factory. So come out to see me. My social media is at Jiaoying Summers, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. So let's stay in touch. Yeah, we have to stay in touch. And next time I'm out in LA, I got to come and try to catch a show. Yes, please come with your wife, and it's going to be so fun. Oh yeah, I would absolutely love that. That would just be the best. We'd have a blast. We did last night. That's what I said. We didn't get a ton of sleep because we couldn't quit laughing. This is awesome. You laugh more now because I'm a beast now. I was like a panda back then, but now I'm just panda. Like I know. I didn't realize that had been a while, but it's been a little while since you did that one. Yeah. Well, okay. So hold on one second. Let me get. All right. So that was the amazing Jiaoying Summers. Her story or stories are just incredible. I mean, the things that she has went to become went through to become successful is just, I mean, it would make a terrific movie. Just unbelievable. And
we have to have her back on because there's so I've got so many more questions and things that I would love to get into. She touched on a few of them, but just go and check her out on her social media, and you'll pretty quickly get her story, her background. It's really amazing, and at times kind of difficult to hear because you don't want to believe that stuff actually happens, but it does. And she does such a good job, getting those stories out there in a humorous way. Unfortunately, most of us, we struggle with anything difficult, but she delivers it in a way that's funny, but also makes you think about the injustice and the things that are happening in the world. We all have to do better. That's just the bottom line. We all have to do better. And I think she's a pretty talented actress as well. So hopefully we'll see more and more of her in those type of roles as well. So please, if you're listening or watching for the first time, please help us out. We do not have 1 million followers, and that's okay, but we could use more. And if you like this interview, please do us a favor. Go to our YouTube channel, MeisterCon Pod, and subscribe. It's free. It'll help us out a ton. And then when we have more terrific guests, and we've had over 400 now, you'll get notified. It'll let you know. And then you can come back and join us again. We would love that. You can find all 400 of those episodes, audio and video, on our website, meistercon.com. There's a fun, geeky, nerdy, terrific, well-written blog that Brett does. I love it. You'll love it too. I know you will. If we're doing anything in studio, if we're going on location, if we're going to see Jiaoying perform, all that'll be on the website, meistercon.com. So please check that out as well. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye, everybody.